Hi and welcome to a new episode of Acrafterstale podcast. My name is Nina and I'm coming to you from southern Sweden. Yes, let's get started with this episode. I have a lot to talk about and to show you. And yes, what should I start with? It has been a couple of months since last time I recorded. I have been in Germany with Saga, visiting my family, and Saga has started in daycare, so that has been a big change in our in our life right now. Um, but yeah, it's going really well for her, and yeah, it's I think she's having great fun meeting other kids and so that's really nice that everything is working and I can relax and I can do a bit more work at home now. I can have more time to do carving and write on patterns, and so that's really a big change but really fun. And yeah, I have had the time to prepare two patterns, but I will talk about it a little bit later. Let's yeah, just first I will talk about what I am wearing, and it's the sunset sweater that I had started in the last episode, and I finished it while I was in Germany. And yes, it's turned out so cozy. I've worn it a lot, and it's really warm and nice. And yeah, it's knitted in blöttelopi, 2 strands blöttelopi and 1 strand of brushed alpaca and silk. And I love it. I have lived in it the first couple of weeks when I finished it, and I'm wearing it almost every day now, I would say. And yeah, you can zoom out a little bit so you can see better. I hope you can see. I did a pattern set to make the balloon sleeves, so they were really wide, but I thought it was too heavy, so I decreased a little bit on the sleeves. Not much, but maybe 10 stitches or so. So and I didn't make them as big as the pattern set. And yeah, it's a little bit cropped, so you can see. And yeah, it's really nice. It's a really nice sweater to have in this colder times, and yeah, snuggle up inside, and yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, that is sort of first finished object I have, and then I have one other, but I already gifted it away to my mother-in-law, and it's of course the Lovage sweater. I finally finished it, and I'm so happy and relieved that this project is gone from my list, because it was it was not so much fun anymore in the end. I was really struggling to get it finished, and I wanted to knit so many other things, and I had this sweater hanging over me, but it's finally done, and she looks so beautiful, and so it was totally worth it. But yeah, it was a big project. I don't know if I will do that again, but she was so happy, so that makes everything worth it in the end. I will include some pictures at the end of the episode where she's wearing the sweater, so you can see how it looks. And yeah, she looks really beautiful. I think the colors really yeah, she suits in these strong colors, so I'm happy, she's happy. Lucas didn't knit anything on this sweater, of course, as I said. Yeah, I did know that from the start, but I didn't really realize it. But yeah, whatever. It's finished now, and I'm really relieved. so I can go on to other things, and that's so nice that I have added off my list. Yeah, another finished object and also a new design is this cowl. I think I talked about to cast it on the last episode. I don't remember if I already started it or not. But this is knitted in the white is from Woolfolk yarn. It's the base 4. It's a chained yarn, and the gray is a mix between Suri alpaca lace or Suri alpaca silk. Was it? Yeah, and also a chained yarn that I had in my stash. I don't know what brand it was from, but it was really similar to the Woolfolk, but not as soft, so that's why I blended in the Suri alpaca thread, and yeah, I decided to make a pattern out of it. Show you. And I called it the Hedwig cowl, mainly because I told you we had adopted a little kitten, and we thought that she was a girl and we called her Hedwig. And then it turned out, when the weeks passed and she grew bigger, that she was not a girl but a boy. And yeah, so we had to change the name. She is called, or he is called, Jesper now. But the name remained on the cowl because Jesper really liked to lie on this. He thinks it's really cozy to cuddle up on this cowl because it's really soft. So this Woolfolk yarn is ultra merino, and it's so incredible soft. I have never. It's as cashmere, I would say. It's really soft, and yeah, the gray blended in with the Suri alpaca is also really soft, and it's a dream to have to use. When I was knitting on it, I wasn't so sure about the pattern. I don't know, I thought it looked a little bit, I don't know, boring and yeah, old-fashioned or something, but when it was finished and I started to wear it, I really liked it more and more, and now I love it. And it's a really easy pattern, even great for beginners. It's knitted on big needles and you don't need a lot of yarn. I think this cowl could also look really nice in 2 strands of mitten with 1 strand of silk mohair, for example. I could imagine it would be really nice, and yeah, I can show you how it looks on. This. Yeah, and yeah, you can find the pattern in my Ravelry store, and the link to it, I will link to it down below in the information box if you're interested to knit this pattern. And yeah, so that is one design I will talk about today. Do I have one more finished object? Oh yes, one more. It's a hat for Saga. I have knitted a little mushroom hat when I was in Germany for my little niece, because my little sister, she's a photographer and she wanted to make a little woodland themed photo shooting in the forest with the children, and so I knitted a little toadstool hat for her, and she and Saga wore it in the forest, and she made really beautiful pictures, and I will include some of these in the end as well. They turned out so cute. And when I came home, I thought Saga should have a cute hat as well, and I made her this fox hat, She looks really cute in it. This soft, it's I think drops air. I had it in my stash, and yeah, it's really soft. I think it's drops air is it alpaca? I think so. And this is the pattern from Yerbo Garn, and it's called Mikkel Raven. Rav is fox in Swedish. Yes, so and I think I have a picture of Saga wearing it, and I will show you all the pictures in the end of the video. But now let's go on to something exciting before I show you my works in progress, because I can't wait to share this with you. If you have followed me a while, you know that last year I made a mystery advent mitten knit along, and the mittens from last year, they look like this. These are the mittens from last year, the robin. And yeah, every advent I released one part of the pattern, and this year I have prepared a new pattern for you. And yeah, on Sunday I will release the first part of the pattern in my Ravelry store. There you can buy the pattern. You will buy the whole pattern first time, and then I will update the pattern every Sunday, so you can just download your new part for the pattern. And yeah, the colors you need for this knit along or for this pattern is mainly white. This is I've already almost finished the first mitten, so I have not so much left for the first. So you need a natural white, this beautiful Christmas dark red, a forest green, black, and a little bit of medium gray. Not much, you don't just need some leftovers, that will be enough. But yeah, these 5 colors do you need. And I'm using Rauma Finul for this mitten, and I'm knitting these on 2.25 millimeter needles. And if you are interested and you can already look for yarn. My mom is test knitting these right now in Jamieson's of Shetland, I think, or Jamieson and Smith, I don't know, but it's the same yarn weight. They're slightly lighter weight yarn than Rauma Finul. I think Jamieson's has 200 meters per 100 grams, and Rauma Finul has 175 meters, so it's slightly thicker. And she is just going up a needle size to get the gauge, and so that's really easy to adjust. If you have like slightly thinner yarn, go up a needle size. If you have slightly thicker yarn, go down a needle size. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it because these mittens are already knitted on 2.25 millimeter needles, and it's really, I think, a pain in the ass to knit on such small needles, or to knit on 2 millimeter needles, I think, or even thinner. So I would recommend a fingering rate yarn. I think it's fingering DK. Yeah, but like Rauma Finul or Jamieson's would be perfect, I think, for this project. And yeah, a rustic yarn is always preferred when knitting colorway. And in last years there were several rows, I think, yeah, all this part with 3 colors, and a lot of people struggled with knitting with 3 colors, and I admit it's not the easiest. So then the pattern that's coming now is a little bit easier. It's only 6 rows, I think, 6 or 7 rows with 3 colors, and the rest is only 2 colors. So I tried to make it a little bit easier this time, so even not as experienced knitters can knit these. And yeah, as I said, the first part will be released on Sunday, and I really hope many of you want to join in this knit along, in this Advent knit along, and I will knit the second mitten with you guys. The first mitten is already done, and I'm just checking that the pattern is right now, so yeah, there's no errors when you buy the pattern. Yeah, and I'm really excited about that I was able to finish it and do everything before 1st of December, because time was just flying by so fast. And yeah, that's it about this. Yeah, nothing more to say. Yes, let's go on to works in progresses, because now we're finally finished the Lovage sweater for my mother-in-law. I could cast on a new sweater, and my dear twin sister, she has waited for a cardigan maybe almost a year now. I think I gifted her that I would knit her a sweater or a cardigan, I think last Christmas, yes. And now I finally started, and I'm knitting this in mitten, in this beautiful dark green turquoise. I don't know if you can see the color. And I'm knitting it with 1 strand, because you want a really lightweight cardigan. And I'm knitting the oh, what's it called now? It's from Petite Knit anyway, the mohair edition. I will put the name here so you know what cardigan it is. And the pattern says to knit this cutting with 2 strands of silk mohair, and I knitted 2 swatches, and curiously enough, the pattern says to knit with 4mm needles with 2 strands of silk mohair, and I knitted a swatch, and I needed to go down a needle size to get it right. And I think it's because I'm knitting so loosely. We're knitting with mitten, because this yarn is extra soft and breaks extra easily, I think. Not every mitten yarn is that way. Some of them are holding together better, but this yarn breaks really easily, so I'm really trying to knit super super loosely, and I think that's why I had to go down half a needle size to get gauge. And yeah, but I think it's turning out really nice. How the field feels nice, and I always so yeah, how do you say it? Verwundert, surprised, and how strong the knitted fabric is. When you look at just the yarn, that is so easily to break. And once you washed it once, it puffs up even more, I think, and it gets even strong because it felts a bit. And many wonder if garments in unspun yarn are really are strong. And I have knitted 2 garments now in mitten, and I don't think it's a problem at all, actually, to knit with unspun yarn. That the garments are more breakable. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so that's nice that I've started with this one, and I will start to knit the cardigan I wanted to knit now for 2 years for myself. Really soon I want to cast it on. When I was in Germany, I bought this beautiful yarn from Finkhof. It's a organic sheep farm near where my parents live in Germany, and this is really special yarn because it's from Fuchsschaf. It's a Fuchs, it means fox in German, so it's a fox sheep. It's an old German breed, and you can see there are red hairs in it, and yeah, it's not really soft. It's quite rustic, but it's really wonderful. I can show you. Yeah, one more finished object I forgot to show you is my Humlebi shawl. And this is knitted in this yarn. Show you. I don't know if you can see the red in it. And yeah, it's really nice. I really enjoyed knitting with this yarn, and I'm happy to finally have finished this beautiful shawl. It's from Dear Lerke from Fiber Tales, and yeah, it looks so beautiful, this shawl. Can put it on. Maybe not over the cowl, I will take it off. Look at this, so pretty. And it's a little bit scratchy on the neck because it's my only sensitive spot here, but when it's really cold outside it doesn't matter. It's only when it's too warm to wear knitted things then it scratches, but when it's really cold outside I don't mind at all, and then it doesn't scratch me as well. And yeah, and I think it will just get softer and softer, this yarn, when wearing it. And yeah, I will knit this cardigan. I think I told you that I wanted to knit a long, cozy cardigan for a long time now, and I've bought a bunch of these, and I will knit it whole double with silk mohair in this color. It's from Mtten, it's Dale yarn, and it's 53% kit mohair, 34 silk, and 13% wool. And yeah, I can't wait to cast it on, but I still don't know if I should make my own pattern, just go for it and just cast something on, or if I should look for a pattern, buy a pattern, because I don't know really what I want yet. I know that I want a really long cardigan, as long as possible, so I will definitely start from the top, so I just can knit until my yarn, I don't have any more yarn. But I want it quite fitted in the waist, and then I want it to go out longer down, so it looks nice over skirt. So I don't want it too boxy, I want it quite fitted up here. And I have not seen a pattern yet that spoke to me that yeah, that's the perfect pattern. But if you have a pattern in mind, you can let me know. Maybe there's one there that I like, otherwise I think I will just try to make my own thing for this cardigan. And then I don't know either if I want buttons or just a belt. Yeah, I don't know, I have to think a little bit. Yes, is there one more finished object I had forgotten? Yes, it is. Of course, I always forget. and it's the slip over I started last episode. I showed you the work in progress, and now it's finished. And it's the knitted in the Gotland yarn I bought when we were on Gotland, and I'm wearing it all the time. It's so cozy and soft, and it's yeah, only getting softer and softer, and it looks a lot like mohair, I think, the Scotland yarn. That's I like about a Gotland yarn. It's gets this beautiful halo. Yeah, and I'm knitted this in two double strands. No, one strand. Yeah, it was a single ply, and I bought 2 skeins. Yeah, and I only used 1 skein. I think it were 400 or 500 meters. 500 meters on 1 skein, and yeah, I only used 1 skein, so I used 500 meters for this. And yeah, I will definitely write down the pattern for the slip over. I will start with my size, and then I will somehow figure out how to yeah, make bigger sizes, and so I don't know yet how to do that, but I will figure it out, and hopefully there will be my first garment pattern someday, maybe in January, February, after Christmas. Before Christmas I don't have the time to start writing on the pattern, but I have written down all the notes while I was knitting it. It was really good this time to really write down everything so I don't forget how I did it. And I really want to knit one more, maybe in mitten. I think it would look great in 1 strand of mitten as well. And yeah, I think I will call it the Gotland slipover, because yeah, the idea came to me there and the yarn came from there, and yeah, it's a cropped slipover, quite tight fitting. Yes, that was, I think, everything I had to tell you about my knitting. And then I can show you one more thing from sewing. I made myself this beautiful skirt, this really beautiful red fabric, and it's not a pattern. I didn't use a pattern. I just yeah, did my own thing with 2 pockets on the side, and then I have buttons in the back, these beautiful wooden buttons. And yeah, I'm wearing it a lot, and it looks beautiful with all my knits, and yeah, I'm really happy that I did it. And I really want to make another skirt for winter, a longer one, because this one is maybe down halfway over my knees, and I want to make a really long one that goes all the way down, maybe in wool. I have a
So
woolen
it's 2
skirt
days later.
in
The
in blue,
camera
but I want
shut
to
down near the end,
have
and I
a
didn't
natural
notice.
maybe
So here I'm
in
again,
beige
just
or light
telling
brown.
you
The end of the things, end of the episode. I had prepared some more things. I think I had finished talking about all my knitting. There was nothing more I wanted to show you, but I have a problem, and I have this problem every winter when it's getting colder, and that's my sock problem. Because I'm not a really big sock knitter. I have really big second sock syndrome, and that makes that I don't, not so often finish a new pair of socks, and the pile of my socks that needs mending is just growing and growing. And right now I think I have only 2 or 3 pairs of socks that does need mending, and this entire bag is full with socks I have to mend. And I don't look forward to it because I really don't like it. And yeah, a few weeks ago I thought that I needed to find some way that I can, a fun way to mend socks, because I need to mend them. Some of them have really big holes, some of them only have tiny holes, but they're really, otherwise really good condition still, and I really want to keep using them. And then I stumbled over a thing that's called a mending loom, and it looks like this. It's a wooden disc, and you do attach this thingy on top, and then you thread different yarns, and then you can weave over the hole. And I purchased this from Ukraine, I think. It's called Darning Alexander. It's the brand, or where I ordered it from, and it looks like this. Can you see that when you did some weaving? And in this little booklet there's different patterns you can weave, and different colors. And I don't think it's so very hard. You just have to, I really wanted to try it out soon. And I think it could be really fun to mend my socks this way, in a way that the socks that have big holes like this one. And just because I thought it would be fun to make a video about different mending methods. So I thought I could just try out different methods and look what I like best and what works best for the hole and what's most fun. And make a video, and I think that could be a fun idea. So I will try that out, and I will film it, and I will film some other mending methods I have tried, and look up some different ones that I maybe haven't tried yet, and get through this big pile of socks, and hopefully I have a lot of mended socks soon to wear during the winter, because it's really needed. In this new house where we're living now, we don't have a wood stove, so it's not getting so cold. Because in the last place where we lived last year, it was really cold in the mornings when we came down. We had to start a fire, and it was like 13, 15, no, not even this, 12 degrees Celsius sometimes in winter when it was really cold. So it took a while, maybe an hour or two, until it was warm, and the floor was always cold. So we had always had at least 2 pair of socks or more. And here it's not as bad. It's we have normal heating system, and so the floor is not as cold, but it's also an old house, and you need warm feet. So I really need to start going through this pile of socks. And Lucas came to me a few days ago with his socks. They had got on a hole, and so I have to mend these as well, or I have to teach him how to mend. Maybe that's a better idea, to teach him to do it himself. I think every man should mend their socks themselves. Yes, so that was that. I will come back to you about this thing, how it works, what I think about it, and we'll see. maybe it can be really fun. And yeah, I don't know yet if I want to make it in one color or just a totally different one, but we will see. I don't think I have the exact same yarn anymore I used for these socks. Yes, I think that was everything I had to talk about. We got a lot of snow this morning. I woke up and looked outside the window and was like, what's happening? Everything was white, and it's our first snow this year, and I'm really exciting. That's really exciting. And I hope we will have snow for the entire December, maybe even for Christmas. The last couple of years we didn't have snow on Christmas. The snow came after Christmas, and I really hope we will have white Christmas this year. That would be really nice. And yeah, and it looks, right now it looks really wintry. And it's not even December yet, so I hold my thumbs. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this episode. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And yes, one more thing I almost forgot. In the last episode I asked you about if you wanted to do a knit along, like a autumn knit along. Now it's a little bit late for autumn because it took me so long to get back to podcasting, because of new daycare routine and everything. And yeah, but now we have the mystery knit along if you want to join there. Otherwise I thought we could just do an advent or winter knit along that we can knit socks, mittens, mitts, hats, a shawl, accessories for winter. And I will give you a coupon code or a code for my Ravelry store, 20% off if you want to buy one of my patterns. And I will just give it to you in the end of the video. I will link to it, and it will be down in the information box as well. So if you want to buy one of my patterns, you can go there in my Ravelry store. And if you don't have Ravelry, I have almost all my patterns in my Etsy shop as well, and I will link to that as well. And I will try to update my Etsy shop with the other patterns as well, so all of them will be there. And yeah, and I will try. I can do a 20% discount in my Etsy shop as well for you guys. Yes, that was everything, and I will see you really soon. I will do a new episode once the first clue of the mystery Advent Knit Along has been released on Sunday. I think I will upload this. Today is Friday. I think I will upload this episode today or tomorrow. Our internet is really slow, so last time it took almost the whole day and a whole night for the episode to upload. So I hope that this time it will go a little bit faster, but probably it will not be up until tomorrow. You will see this, and then it's just one day left until the first part will be released in my Ravelry store. So yeah, just check it out if you want to join. It would be really fun. And yeah, I see you. Bye.